It's time for another powerful edition of the Brew. Jersey Joe here, eye on the box over there. And once again, you guys have proven our point that when Joel and I talk about food on this show, you guys have lots to say. And we're going to get to it right now on what food we're talking about now. Well, if you follow us on social media, you know we're asking you about soup. Oh yeah, it's Bar Talk. Soup. What is the best flavor of soup? What's the best kind? What's your go-to? Look at this. We got a whole stack of your answers we're going to get through right now. A bunch are going to be bounced to the bottom of the screen as well. Joel and I have our flavors and stories. So Joel, hit it. Soup, yours. What do you like?
I go from classic chicken noodle is the easiest, but there's so many. Like onion soup is great. Tomato soup with grilled cheese is good when you're sick. There's so many, and it's the time of year for something warm to go inside your body. That probably could have been worded better.
That's what she said. No. Anyhow, soup. So, James Michael writes in the comment, I'm going to share his right now. He says, tomato soup, of course. Now, that used to be my favorite go-to. When I'm here in the apartment and cooking soup, I would say yes. But when I'm out and about, I've discovered that I really like French onion soup. And it's sometimes a little more upscale. Some of your bars have it. And when you and I traveled to Denver last year, Joel, we stayed at this Holiday Inn. And across the street was this really, really old haunted bar. It was the Ship Tavern. And they had the most amazing freaking French onion soup that I think I ever had. In fact, after you left the final night I was there, I went in for a bowl the second night in a row. It was that good. And then part two of that, when you and I went to Vancouver last year, there was a brewery in town that made a French onion soup, but they added apricot beer to it. Sounds gross, but it was absolutely amazing. So, and then
sounds good, actually.
Yeah. And here comes a Jersey Joe drinking secret. Here comes, listen carefully, put your recorders on. French onion soup is an excellent hangover cure. If you feel like crap next day after night of drinking, you get yourself a little French onion soup in your system. It'll fix you right up. What do you think about that?
Shit down, kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. So I don't know if it's the salt or whatever's in it, but hey, it'll fix that hangover pretty quick for you. So there you go. But you guys have a bunch of your favorite soups as well. So let's get to it right now as Matt Treat writes in and says, the vegetable beef soup I had at the Brentwood Bay Resort in Victoria, British Columbia is the best I've ever had. It was so rich and the veggies were all locally grown. I could go for some right now. So that brings, I want to go back to my point that I brought up. It depends, it's one thing that what's fun about traveling like you and I do is you actually get to experience different flavors of wherever, different areas you're traveling to, and soup is a good example of that.
Right, and the one he just said sounds actually like a pretty good combo, too. It sounds like something you would get from like a Progresso soup, but not with as much sodium, probably, with all the veggies being that fresh.
And that's also why I like French onion soup, not for the hangover cure, but you can get it in a can, but there's just something special when you go to an upscale restaurant. You pay a little bit more for all that gooey cheese and stuff. When it's homemade by a really good accomplished chef, that's the way to go. That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't really think you can go wrong either way. I think the homemade one's good for when you're sick, and like you said, you do your two places, Denver and Vancouver, that we went to on vacation. You get some higher upscale shit. I mean, that makes sense.
More of your comments right now. Lots to get to. Luke Funk says bourbon and cherry. Now, I had to ask him on social media because that to me sounds like it should be a cocktail.
I like this dude's style. I've never heard of this for a soup, but I'm in.
Well, put it this way. You put booze in anything, Joel and I will pretty much give that a whirl. I mean, you got us right there.
Yeah. You could drop a piece of dog shit into a little cup full of booze. If it's a new drink Joe and I haven't heard of, we'll at least consider it.
More of your comments right now. You're in for comments. He says Thai chicken soup from Noodles and Company or hot and sour soup from a Chinese restaurant. Hey, now that's another good point, though. Chinese restaurants, sometimes you'd be surprised how their soups are usually pretty good, too.
Yeah, they are. They are. I like how you just totally didn't want to touch that one. It's just fucking moved on.
You know me.
Right. Yeah. Hot noodles. Yeah. Put some spice in that shit. Make you fireballs.
Moving on from that. More of your comments. Ben Berkowitz says his favorite soups are hot and sour, matzo ball, miso, lukewarm pond water of questionable origin, or cream of anything. Okay. Do you like creamy soups? Does that do anything for you?
I create my own creamy soup, but it's not for anybody that's watching this right now.
Hey, well, that reminds me of a horrible soup that I don't like, cream of mushroom.
I like how you transitioned that one.
In full disclosure, though, I do not like. I like cream of broccoli soup's good, cream of cheese and soup. But mushrooms, I'm not a big mushroom fan. I eat on pizza. Anything else like cream of mushroom? Blah, pass on that.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know about cream of soup.
I bet you here's one you're gonna like. Dan Strauss comments. He says Beer and cheese soup. Yes, that also sounds like a dip for pretzels. The Warlock, Mr. Rosario comments, lobster bisque from Fire Nova, 479 Washington Boulevard, Jersey, New Jersey. Hey, I've been there, but that's not really an ad for that. Von Moshanky's comments, he says New England clam chowder. And Keith Moran says mulligatawny. Remember Seinfeld, the Soup Nazi episode? Remember that guy? No soup for you.
I remember highlights of that clip.
One of the more famous Seinfeld episodes, they find the hutch on the side of the street with all his recipes in. Famous Yahweh, I think it is, famous soup guy here in New York City. I've actually ate at his restaurants, and the one time he was live on TV, Good Day New York, and he actually started yelling at the reporter on air. It was like no joke. He was a prick in his persona. That was his stick. The soup was really good, and he started branching out. Like he is now post, I think, at Resorts Casino in Atlantic City, but I don't think he's any more of his places left in New York, but it was damn good soup. It's a New York kind of thing.
They probably can't put his ass on air anymore after that either.
And just to point this out, the difference between where I am and you are, there are soup restaurants here in New York City, but you won't find any in Las Vegas, right?
There's a couple. There's soup. Well, it's more like you can get soup at restaurants, but there's not restaurants for soup.
Yeah, that's I figure. I mean, that's not even.
Or at least it's not like a widespread thing. I don't want to say there aren't for sure because Google Maps will probably prove me wrong right now, but. Yeah, it's not like a huge widespread thing. That's true.
John Durso Jr. writes in right now, and he says Brunswick stew. Interesting, Brunswick stew. So I had to look this one up, and it's different. It's smoked pork or chicken, vegetables, and a barbecue sauce type broth. Hey, now wait a minute. If we found a way to take soup and make it into a barbecue sauce style broth, well, hey, there you go. Barbecue anything is always awesome.
I would stick with barbecue. If I'm going to get barbecue, I'm just going to get barbecue. Because the soup would just make me hungrier. If I had barbecue soup, it would be like, that would make me hungrier for more barbecue and not just broth and shitty water.
It makes you wonder if it's soup that you get at like a barbecue restaurant. Like they kind of combine those worlds together. And the final comment for the show, Cool Papa 654 says, I celebrate all genres of soup, the complete collection, chicken and corn chowder, gumbo, tomato, of course, served with grilled cheese, and to be honest, I don't care for your tone. Soup should be consumed year-round. It's not just for winter anymore. Well, I made some random comment on social media about it's getting cold out this time of year and it's time for soup, but Cool Papa 654 is proving me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a Twitter thing where everybody has to correct everybody. But no, it really is better in the colder time of year. It is year-round. I agree with him, but the point you made was more important. Like, it is getting cold out. Put your fireplace on. If you're like me, I got my fireplace right there. Hang out with your pup. My pup is right there. And have some warm soup. It's nice. It makes you feel good.
That it does. Like I said, French onion soup, the ultimate hangover cure. You know what? Just like soup, we're here for you year-round too, so you click that like, subscribe button down below for all the big shows going on the big YouTube channel, and you might win an Amazon gift card and you play Caption This and spin the win. So yeah, next time you're not feeling so well, put this big web channel on, and Joel and
Put that shit.
We'll cheer you up right here, just like a big bowl of soup. And Joel, let me tell you, by the way, thanks for being so super.
Jesus Christ. Joseph H. Christ.
Yes. In full disclosure, I thought of that line while I was standing waiting for the delayed pass screen.
Christ.
There we go. Jersey Joe here, Eye in the Box. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you all for your comments. Make sure you follow us on social media, Jersey Joe 50 I-Nice 4091.
Yeah, you should have left it there.
And we'll see you next time, I hope.